is what I have to work with. Hi there and welcome to another video. So this week I thought I'd take you through like a 1950s themed pin-up girl style makeup tutorial because I'm going to a party tonight and I figured I love dressing up and I wanted to show you sort of my process for how I sort of for how I come up with different looks. So basically I just got into Google and just image searched a few makeup styles. So it's sort of that like rock and roll vintage pin-up girl makeup style. So people like Lana Del Rey and Dita Von Teese might come to mind, and it's sort of following through a lot of like the catwing eyeliner, sort of the really dramatic eyebrows, and red lips obviously. So yeah, let's get into it. You probably also noticed that I curled my hair a little bit. The problem with Asian hair is it never can retain a curl. Like my hair's just always straight. I don't ever straighten it. So trying to do this was a lot of struggle. Normally what I do is braid my hair before I go to bed and then wet it a bit. So then when I wake up it sort of dries curly and then I just hairspray it a lot. Like a lot. But even now it's still sort of lost. That first step is to moisturize, and I used to skip this step because I didn't think it would be necessary, but it's actually so much better for my skin and I've noticed the difference for how my makeup sits. So moving on to primer, I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Mattifying Base. And because I've got combination skin, I'm always careful to put a lot like near here, in here, especially if I'm wearing glasses, but thankfully I've already put in contacts, so I don't need to worry about that tonight. But yeah, got a really dry forehead, so your face is a canvas, so you know when you paint a canvas, normally you do like a wash or you do like a base coat and then you you paint over it and the paint goes on a lot smoother. Hashtag art fact. And now, so the foundation that I use is the Fenty Beauty shade 150, the Pro Filter. The best foundation I've ever had. Try to use as little as possible and just spread it thin because it just makes me feel like I'm less cakey. And then leaving like a gap for the concealer. I get very self-conscious about like the redness there, so when I do my foundation I always make sure to like cover that up. Also, if you're gonna buy this foundation, I would highly suggest getting color matched for it, because it made me realize that I've been buying the wrong shade of foundation for like my whole life. And then the concealer I'm using is the matching Fenty Beauty one in the shade Linen. I used to be tan, so when I heard my concealer is now linen, it made me very sad. And then putting some powder under my eyes, because that's just the thing that everyone does. So I just follow that along. Now onto the eyebrow. So get a spoon. So I'm using the Chi Chi Brow Pomade in the color Medium Brown because even though my hair is black, it always feels a bit too dark for me. And the thing with this is it tends to dry out a lot, so I mix in a bit of like my moisturizer into it to make it a bit more creamy again. So normally I would just keep sort of finishing this off, like lightly brushing it, but because I'm going vintage, I'm gonna just keep it dark. And if you make any mistakes, it's okay. You can just smudge it away. Smudge every mistake away. Whoa, the difference! And the other one. So I smudged that up a bit too much, but it's okay because we're gonna carve it out with the concealer. So all good, no reason to panic. So I'm gonna finish powdering the rest of my face, even though I already look pretty pale. And this is very good if you've got oily skin. When I discovered powder, it just changed my life. Now onto the eyes, which is my favorite part. I want to make a bit of like a smoky look, I guess. So I don't know if I'm using that terminology right. Delicious as the base shade, and then I'm using Fine as the transition shade. I think that's the word makeup artists use. I'm not a makeup artist. Fine. Okay. And because so you can see from my eyes that I don't have like really hooded eyes because of my Asian genes. So you sort of have to invent a crease. And I've gotten my makeup done before and people, they go like way too high up, whereas I kind of prefer it to be a bit raw. So I'll demonstrate now, I guess. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm using the really dark brown shade, which is rich. So yeah, that's just gonna go over that and just to make it a bit darker. I think I could go darker than that. I'm gonna use Keen, which is this one here. It's a bit too much. So this is what I do when I do too much. I just wipe that off, and then I just sort of try and blend it out. So yeah, because I want to adhere to Eurocentric standards of beauty from my childhood, I like to make my eyes look bigger. Then I'm going to take my other eyebrow brush, my eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to spritz it with setting spray. And I'm going to get this Fruit, which is this like really top, really light shade. I'm gonna mix that in with Sweet, which is this really light one here. And then what the setting spray does is I think it melts with it so that it's easier to put on. And because it's like a glittery color, it goes on. Gonna go back and then sort of blend it in a bit more with my first brown. And it's a really good contrast between like the dark brown and then the really light sort of gold color. Just by finishing it off using Satisfy in the inner corners. But I might go over that again with highlighter. So yeah. Oh, actually, I'm gonna just use a mix of fine and keen, so these two dark brown colors, and then just do like the bottom part, the bottom lash line. So the next step is eyeliner, my favorite part. Except for the fact that my angled eyeliner brush from NYX has started fraying again. And then I'm using the Bobbi Brown eyeliner in black ink. And this one also gets dry too, and it helps to mix it in with the moisturizer as well. Which I might do now actually, because I haven't done that in a while. Just like a tiny bit, and you mix it in. You want it to be creamy, plus then it smells nice as well. Okay, let's pray. So what I love about this is it can actually be dramatic, more dramatic than usual. So what I like about using the angled eyeliner brush is like you can squeeze off the excess ink, and then that makes it a bit more of a finer point. So I feel like I have more control over the shape of the liner. Okay, so moving on to blush. I'm going to use this e.l.f. palette, which is the Aqua Beauty infused bronzer and blusher palette in peach, because I just love peach. It just suits my skin. So yeah, as you can see, I use the bronzer a lot because I'm pale and I miss my tan and I miss Australia. If you're from Australia, just that you live in a beautiful country. I'll be back soon. So yeah, this bronzer brush, or this powder brush that I got, it came in like a mini brush set from Eco Tools, so I've been using all of them because they're good and very travel friendly. So yeah, just bronzer time. I'm not gonna do too much, I guess, because it's like the vintage look wasn't too heavy on that. I'm gonna get that peach color. And now I have some color on my face. I don't look like a ghost or a moon. Yay! And then highlighter, which is my second favorite part. Oh wait, did they have highlighter in Pinup style? I use a bit of highlighter, so not too much, because it's still a party, you know. Okay, and then I get this just to do a bit here. In life, you have to be resourceful or rich, so I had to be resourceful. Didn't have the second option, and then I might do a bit more in a corner. And now my eyelashes, which I love to wear. even though they don't love me. Oh wait, no, what I'll do is set my face first, because if I don't like setting my face when I've got mascara, it just makes everything very moist. Oh my god, this is a lot. What my best friend Kim Kardashian says is to pat it in. She's not my best friend, please. That's fake news. Okay, this is good because I'm going to be sweating a lot tonight. Yes, eyelashes. I kind of fucked up mine, but I have like, I'm a really bad like eyelash mother. I've got 3 sets. I've got 2 demi-wispies, except I lost one, so I've just got that. And then I got these by accident, but I don't like them. They're a bit too full for my eyes, and so I've just got these. But then I wore them out once, and I don't know, they just sort of like lost a bit of their shape. The free duo eyelash glue that comes with my eyeshadow set. Oh wait, is it the wrong way around? You get the idea. It comes free. So you just put like a tiny little line on it. Yeah, it's lost the shape, but it's like going the wrong way. I don't know. And then you just let it dry for a bit. And then you put it on. So when things go wrong, you just sort of thankfully I have this as a spare, so I might use this one instead. I don't know, my tip for eyelashes is you just gotta force it on. It's gonna happen. Just believe in yourself. Like, it may look a bit messy at first, but you just practice and you'll be okay. I don't know if these are going to be even, because one was made in China and one was made in Indonesia. Such is life. So I put on a bit of lip balm just because my lips were really dry from all the talking. It's Fruity Shine by Nivea, in case you're wondering. It's nice because it adds a bit of like a pink tint. So yeah, red lipstick. I can't even read, like, I don't know if you can read that. No, the camera can't read that. But basically it's just a red lipstick. Ooh, the difference. I'm just gonna leave the house like this. Or I could do just that. Like the red queen. Okay. Oh yeah, so flipping it to this side just to get that line going. Who is she? And then a tip that I learned to make your lipstick a bit more matte, because this one is like most likely gonna smudge everywhere, is if you grab some of your powder, which is like the secret to life, and then grab a brush and then just do this. And that just mattifies it. And yes, that is the finished makeup look. I'm sorry if that was difficult to watch. It was also going to be difficult to edit. I don't know, I think that's what makeup artists do. What I'm gonna do is also show you my full-on outfit as well. Ooh, who is she? Okay. Yeah, I'll be right back. So because I'm really extra, I'm also gonna draw like a little mole on my face. Just gonna pray that this works. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna try it on my hand first. So I'll get a bobby pin and my eyeliner. This one's the bobby pin, and then the top one is the eyeliner pen, and the other one's just my eyeliner brush. I'm gonna do the bobby pin and pray. So I get a nice amount on there, and then I do I'm gonna do it here. This is the finished look. That is the final look. That's the dress from Oasis. £30, worth it. They're like vintagey tap shoes. Okay, that's enough. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, sorry. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and leave a comment with your favorite part and what you want to see me do next, because I'm very open-minded with doing any type of video right now. Just want to test out every genre until I find one that sticks. Yeah, and then make sure to share it with your friends if you want to do a 1950s themed party and you want them to get some inspiration, and also subscribe so you can see more from me. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.